And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Before we do get into today's video, as always, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Hope you are all well. There's a lot to discuss in today's video. As you can tell by the title, there's some interest for one of our players from the Premier League. Very interesting news there. We'll discuss that a little bit towards the end of this video because yesterday it was announced Celtic would be taking on Chelsea in our pre-season tournament in America come the summertime, which is quite exciting. It'll be our first time playing Chelsea on American soil since 2004, so some time, will be 20 years by that point. So a long-awaited match, I suppose, in America. Looking forward to this one. It is at the University of Notre Dame, which is in Indiana. As the boys go head to head with Mauricio Pochettino's Chelsea side. If he's still there, of course, they are struggling this season, so it depends if he's still at the club. But the game will take place nonetheless. This is on July 27th of our pre-season tour. It's our third and final game of our USA's tour as well, so there'll be our third and final opponents out of that one. But yeah, as I mentioned, we last played Chelsea in Seattle in 2004 when Celtic did their quite famous America tour back in 2004. And Notre Dame hasn't held an international football game since 2019 when Borussia Dortmund took on Liverpool. But it's good for the Celtic fans out in America that don't get to see their team play in person, I suppose. Obviously, Celtic being such a massive club, a massive organisation, if you will. There's fans everywhere, of course, especially with the Irish contingency and stuff like that as well, their Irish roots. And obviously, it's a good opportunity for fans elsewhere to watch the boys play live. So it's always good to get your name out there, tour America and stuff like that. I'm looking forward to that as well. Should be pretty interesting to play Chelsea. But Brendan Rodgers has spoke out about this as well, and he said, everyone at Celtic is delighted to be visiting the United States again, particularly for such an exciting pre-season programme, and we really are looking forward to meeting Chelsea and Notre Dame. I know Mauricio well, and I look forward to seeing him and his team again in July for what I am sure will be a brilliant occasion between two major European clubs. Pre-season preparation is always an important time, and of course Chelsea will present us with a strong and exciting challenge. We are so fortunate to have such a strong support worldwide, and particularly right across the US, so I'm sure our visit will allow our fans a great opportunity to see the team in action, and in turn we really look forward to seeing our fans there. To be playing at the famous and iconic University of Notre Dame at such a fantastic venue will be a unique moment for the club, and we are sure the home of the Fighting Irish will generate huge support for Celtic and inspire a great sporting occasion. So kind of what I just said there as well. Good opportunity for the Celtic fans from America to watch the team play, and of course it's a good opportunity for Celtic to get their name out there even further, and put on a good show for that fan base out there. And it'll be good to see who else we play in this tour as well. It's not been announced as of yet, but if we're playing Chelsea in one of our games, hoping there's some other big opponents to play as well. Should be interesting. Of course, Brendan Rodgers is very familiar with Mauricio Pochettino as well during his time at Leicester, and of course Liverpool as well. I imagine Southampton, Liverpool, Tottenham, Leicester. A lot of different games they probably played against each other as well. So of course, a bit of rivalry there as well, which should make it quite interesting. But let's talk some transfer news, because it is actually mostly in regards of Arsenal, who are having a great season so far this season in the Premier League. Of course, they are in a title race, and they are set to offer big money for a Celtic defender after the latest reports. So let's discuss this. So it states that Celtic defender Mitchell Frame is attracting Premier League interest with league leaders Arsenal, and they are set to submit an offer for him. The club confirmed back in September that the player had agreed terms and a new contract until 2026. Frame has been at the club since he was 9 years old and has been a prominent figure within the Celtic B team this season. Frame's chances in the first team have been fairly bleak so far, despite obvious talent and his commitment to the club for the next 3 seasons. Celtic have strayed from their commitments in bringing players through from the academy over the past number of years, and such incompetence has resulted in the club now struggling to hold on to their prized young talents. Arsenal are among a number of clubs keeping an eye on his situation and can make a move this summer. The last academy prospect to break into Celtic's first team as a consistent starter was Kieran Tierney, who made his first team debut at 17. Frame, also a 17-year-old left-back, should be given the same opportunity which was handed to Tierney all those years ago, as he replaced a steadily declining Emilio Zagri in the starting 11. So yeah, very interesting here. Not massively surprised as well. I mean, you look at Ben Doak, how he's doing at Liverpool as well. A lot of our academy players have such high ceilings, such high potentials, and it's such a a shame that there's no clear first team path for these youngsters. They can't, obviously they can compare themselves to Kieran Tierney many years ago when he last broke in, but he's the last real one to break into the first team and make a massive impact, which is really frustrating because that is some time ago now. Of course, he's out in Spain now doing his thing. There's obviously been chances here and there for like Rockabata. Mitchell Frame's had a fair few games here and there, but it's not anything significant, nothing too extraordinary. And you want to see these players get more opportunities for sure. Hopefully, with the new kind of hierarchy being replaced, the board being replaced a little bit, new people coming in the club, hopefully they can make this a focal point for the club, that there will be better opportunities for our academies and a clear pathway from the youth teams up until the first team as well, because we've obviously got so much talent in these academy teams and in these B teams, stuff like this as well. I guess the one positive from this is if Arsenal were to put a bid in for Mitchell Frame, we of course can bargain a little bit better than we have previously with the likes of Ben Doak, given the fact that he has signed a new contract until 2026. So he's got a few years left on his deal and there's no real rush to sell him. Of course, we spoke about Rockavart recently. He looks like he may be going somewhere else, maybe to Italy, because there's no deal being signed yet for him for long term, so he can leave on a relatively next to nothing really come the end of the season. I'm not sure if there's compensation on his potential to exit, but I guess with Mitchell Frame it's a little bit better because we can negotiate a better fee for him. But at the same time, I know a lot of Celtic fans are so keen to see the team give youngsters a chance on a regular basis and let there be a clear pathway from the youth team to the first team. So I think an ideal situation would be to try and get Mitchell Frame in the setup somehow and try and get him some regular game time as well, and not let another young promising player from Celtic go to the Premier League and do really well there. As I mentioned, Ben Doak getting a lot of minutes last season and a few minutes this season as well. Of course, Jurgen Klopp implementing the youth into his team. I know he struggled with injuries this season, Ben Doak, but you can see the potential's there. Klopp sees the potential in Ben Doak, and that's another player that we missed out on because we had no clear pathway to the first team. So it's really frustrating, but hopefully Mitchell Frame stays. Hopefully there's nothing too much in this Arsenal interest and they don't want to offer any money for him, because of course it's quite a attractive proposal for any youngster with the facilities that they have and stuff like that as well. So it's a little bit frustrating, but hopefully we can fix this issue with the new hierarchy coming into the club as well. But yeah, as always, I want to know your thoughts on this situation. First off, about the game against Chelsea in our pre-season tour in America. Looking forward to that match, and of course about Mitchell Frame potentially leaving the club and going to Arsenal in a big money offer. As always, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.